Okay, so let's talk animation. You may or may not have access to mixamo.com, but we're going to head over there real quick. This is how I got animations working. Mixamo.com. This is a great site, but you do need an Adobe account to sign in. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. Some of you may have access to Adobe accounts through your school. I highly recommend you try to get in there and take advantage of all the opportunities you have through your school system. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in here, and then we'll upload our Shaggy model. Looks like I have Thanos already in here. Let's go ahead and upload Shaggy here. We'll get to Thanos soon enough. I'll hit upload character. We can select a character file here. I will drag Shaggy right here. And we're going to go ahead and drag this OBJ right here. That's the file we need. Okay, so Shaggy Rogers OBJ, drag that sucker in. It's going to process it. And he's a small guy. Thanos takes way longer because he's bigger. And then we just go ahead and we add some little points in here for the chin, for his wrists, elbows, knees and toes, knees, and then right here for the groin. Hit next, and it's going to auto rig it for us. Super cool, super exciting. And the next part's really awesome, where we get to see his dance skills, okay? But you can download all kinds of crazy animations here. Dancing is just one thing. You can do fight moves, ninja moves, swinging an axe, shooting a bow, just about anything, and you can find it in here, which is super exciting. This process can take a while, but there we are. Now we can see Shaggy is animated. Super cool. So we hit next here, and we're going to proceed. And we're going to go ahead and we can just go download a whole bunch of dancing like this. Pretty amazing. Very cool. And you can just middle mouse button scroll around here to see him dance. So if you have access to Mixamo here, go ahead and download all the animations you could possibly want. All right. I've gone ahead and downloaded a section or a sample for you guys to use. So you don't really need to come here to finish the tutorials, but if you do have access, go for it. So all you have to do is hit download here and leave all this the same. This FBX is fine, and put these files in your game, and I'll show you right where to put them. Within your game folder, you're going to want to put them right here in animations. So I've already downloaded all these for you. You can go ahead and download to your heart's extent and save those files right there in your animations folder. In the next video, we'll go ahead and get to animating him in Unity. Okay, it's animation time. We have our animated files downloaded here. And if you click on this button, we have a little Mixamo play button. These are actually animations. We need to extract them out of these models. This is a model and it has animations on it, okay? So how do we do that? We can just click on it. We see that this is casting a spell. I click on this, hit Control D to duplicate it out, and then I double click and rename it to spell or whatever, if I could spell. Okay, and we can minimize that one, go to the next one. This one's Gangnam Style, so Control D when you click on that and rename it to Gangnam Style or Gangnam. Or you could name it whatever you want, really. I like to keep things organized because organization is another key component of a coder or a designer or a game creator. Okay, so hip hop, once again, Control D, click to rename, hip hop, hit enter. It's just going to go through all these. Hokey pokey. There is this saying that says, if the hokey pokey really is what it's all about. Yeah, I can't remember the saying, but it's a good one. Definitely look it up. Google it. Okay, so this is hokey. Hokey's good. I like that one. Samba. Control D. Rename. Samba. And then the last one is slide hip hop. Control D. And slide hip. Slide hop. Perfect. Okay, so now we have extracted the animations right here from the models. Okay, so we could further organize this by creating a folder here, and we could just type in models, and let's go ahead and control click all the models and get them out of here so we can kind of see what we're doing. Okay, I like to keep things as clean as possible. I think it's very important. So now we've got to build a couple things here to make him actually animate. So in the next lesson we'll get to it. Okay, let's get to animation. So we don't just drag these onto our character. No, we have to create an animation controller. So right click, create animation controller. We'll call it Shaggy AC _ AC animation controller. We need to actually put this on Shaggy. So if we just click on Shaggy here, we'll see that he's got nothing on him, but we can drag this animation controller on Shaggy like that, and then it appears right here. And then we have access to this animator right here. By the way, if you don't see any of these Windows tabs right here, you can go into Window and find them. All right, so the animator right now has no animations on it, but that's what all these animations are for. So why don't we start off with hip hop. Perfect. Okay, so now I've got an animation on him, and I'm going to hit play, and we're going to watch. We're going to watch things happen. Uh-oh, I don't see anything. In fact, where are we? Crap, right? Well, this camera right here is actually not placed where it needs to be. Lucky for us, I know how to move it. So if you hit the F key, it frames in on the camera, and we need to move it into the scene, don't we? So I'm going to zoom way out here. Scroll, scroll, scroll. We're going to move this camera to our scene right where we want it. Okay? So we can see in this little camera preview here exactly where we're at. Let's get right in there. Maybe like that. Perfect. Okay, now let's hit play. And I see nothing. Nothing is happening. What's going on? Let's figure it out together, okay? This is a great example of how something should be working, but it's not. It's actually quite simple. You see, the Shaggy we started off with right here, this Shaggy Rogers, he's an OBJ file. He's not been rigged. He's just a model. He looks good, but he's not an animated or rigged model, right? That's what these characters are right here, okay? So what we actually have to do is we have to walk through that process of fixing his material one more time, okay? So let's get rid of this Shaggy Rogers. He's an imposter. Go ahead and delete him. And we'll go back into our animation folder, and we'll go into models here that we saved. Let's go ahead and start with the hip hop model. We'll drag him into the scene here. Hit F to frame. And we see he's way out here, okay? So we need to scale him up quite a bit. So R hotkey, and we'll just scale him. Okay, perfect. And then we'll zoom out and move him back into the scene. Now this may seem redundant, but this repetition will help you learn. So I'm going to frame in on him. We'll move him back up into position. Okay, just like that. Perfect. Right there. And if we hit play, we see he's still not moving. We've got to do a couple things real quick to fix him. So one, we have to extract the texture. So if we click on him right there, and in material, extract materials, go ahead and do it right there. Okay, perfect. We've got no materials here. If we click on him and click on this unnamed right here, once again we have to drag to this albedo shader. We need to drag this texture right here, right there. Perfect. Okay, so now we've textured again. Easy enough. But now we have to also go through and put this animation controller onto this new model right here. So it's called Hip Hop Dancing. We'll drag that animator controller here, just like that. And now when we hit play, we should get, boom, an animation. We've successfully animated our character, and it's wonderful. Okay? Now you may notice something here. He's going to stop. What we need to do is we need to allow looping. So in the next lesson, we're going to continue making him animate. We may even add some music and get a little crazy with it. I'll see you then.